84 long years. It's been 84 years since I feel like I had a motherfucking haircut. Yeah, fuck all that. Not dwelling on that shit no more. Good evening. Impromptu as usual. Clown perspective as always. Resonance only as always. But again, my current challenge to you is if you don't find resonance in not just my perspective, but anybody's perspective. If you don't find resonance in anybody's perspective that's been presented in front of you, ask yourself why. Hello, Sunala. Good to see you. How you doing, mommy? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? So again, we all have things that we work on our own individual level. Girl, get you something to eat. You got to feed that baby now. Sorry, time out, everybody. We talking to a mommy here. Girl, go get you something to eat. You good? You need something? You need a cash app? You good? Got to feed? What's that? My little niece in there? That's a girl in there? We'll see. Take care of that baby. I know you are, though, but go and get you something to eat. So, good evening to you all. As I was saying, I mean, we all work on things in our own pace and from our own level of comfort. Sometimes when you say your level of understanding, it comes off disrespectful. I mean, y'all already know I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I love you all, but I don't give a fuck about your feelings. So when I say you don't have that level of awareness or that level of understanding, it's not me trying to place myself in a different level. It's just some people have, it just is what it is. Some of us have been through certain things, and this is not age related. Some of us are just at a different point in our journey to where you realize, fuck the journey. Sometimes the journey is the whole fucking problem. Sometimes following the signs will take you everywhere except for where you need to be. You hear me say that a lot, and I always tell y'all, hell, I'm an Aries, I'm a Capricorn, I'm Aquarius, I'm all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, I am all signs. I'm all of them. I just was born under specifics that had favorability towards a certain few. But at the end of the day, this is my choice. See, that's only the rules for how to perform as being a human if human is your limitation. Human is no longer my limitation. And you can call that deception. Hell, I'll call you in deception if you think that's all you are. So again, we get into perspectives. But at the end of the day, if you don't realize that sometimes following the signs is what gets you fucked up, not just in the astrological sense, but say on a journey. If you reading the wrong signs, or if you only reading what you want to see, you know, the age-old thing about men don't want to take directions, and we think we know where we're going, so we don't read the map, we just read the signs, and then we always end up lost. You know, kind of the same analogy. The same analogy. So what I'm getting at is for me, in my current level of experience and what I'm going through on my own personal journey, to use that word, is most of the stuff that we deal with is really, 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 really fucking illusion and choice. It really is. It is, if you ever heard me use the term simple jack, that's what it is for me. Life is pretty much just trying to figure out how to disengage from what you done put your energy into and figuring out why the fuck is it even getting my energy. So again, the signs, from my perspective, are your illusions. It's your illusions because it's a guideline to take your ass on a fucking journey. Why the fuck I gotta go anywhere? So then for me, the counter to following the signs and not just to beat the signs up, but life paths and angel numbers and things like that. Any kind of system that tells you where you have to go. Hello, Sheila. Any kind of system that tells you how you have to fucking go, again, it's BS for me. It is a glamorous system to make a glorious fucking tale. Even with me saying I know most of the things that I deal with are illusions, that does not mean that I don't have an appreciation for them. I mean, shit. I tell y'all 100%. Hey there, how you doing? I tell you 100%. My fucking motivation in my current phase of life, outside of, say, my kids, The only other motivation that is authentically of importance to me is the motherfucking titty. Y'all can think this a fucking joke, but if you know me, indulgence is the only fucking thing I really care about. It's not drugs, it's not alcohol, it's not money, it's not anything like that. Pop a titty out and you got my attention. Real fucking talk. That is the simplistic form of this complicated motherfucker sitting right in front of you. Real talk. So fuck my signs, fuck my life path numbers, and all that other stuff. I use them to keep an understanding and a modicum of sanity where I'm only insane. You understand what I'm saying? If I know this is an illusion, but I'm trying to figure out how to play the illusion to the best of my ability, not to fall fake to it, it requires a level of fucking insanity. It really does. Because if you know all this shit is fake, but yet you still invest in it because it's all you know, that shit gets hard. It really does. Because you're like, what the fuck am I doing if it don't really fucking matter? But that last word, matter. That matter. I don't know if I got that little analogy that Erykah Badu used. Something about write it down and do whatever and then watch it matter. That's right. When you give your mental energy into this illusion, it becomes your reality. You transport your awareness into a conscious form, and then it becomes your intelligence. It becomes all you know. And if you know anything about dreams, for most of you, because I'm kind of exempt from this one, I've been killing myself, not killing myself, but I've been dying in my dreams for fucking decades. But in most senses, they tell you if you die in your dream, you have a large percentage of possibility of dying in real life because your whole body goes into a systematic shock. That doesn't really affect me. But I know a lot of people who have woken up with cold sweats and shit like that. So, Dominique, hey there. So what I'm getting at is if you buy into the illusion too much, it becomes your reality and all that you know. And then when it becomes your level of reality, you try and justify everything else in your existence based off of what you need to be real. A few months ago, a lot of people, and if you go back and look at your timelines, let your life tell your tale, probably right around December, which again is the solstice time, a lot of people were hell-bent on trying to figure out their fucking natal placements. Girl, I need to see his birth chart, because it was the inner traumas within the matrix itself, the collective consciousness, trying to make you buy a new level of collective consciousness. You understand that? If you don't understand that, I apologize to you, but it's like the end of a lease. You get a Lexus, you drive that motherfucker for 2 years. Now at the end of 2 years, it is for the best benefit of the car salesman to keep you in that fucking car or give you a fucking upgrade. Need your money. Energy works the same way. Once you get to the end of a paradigm, the energy itself needs to fool you into fooling yourself in order to keep you in the game. Solstices are real fucking points. The winter solstice is death. Death is the fucking beginning. Everything begins with death. Sorry if you don't understand that. Hello, my bell. So I apologize if you really don't understand that death is the fucking beginning and the end so that you can begin again. What the fuck you call that? Cyclic loop. The Ouroboros circle. Reincarnation. All that shit. So, long story short, we are currently going through the paperwork phase of existence. We've been presented with all these different options for new paradigms or sustainment of the current one, which really was unsustainable. It's been unsustainable since 2019. Really, it's been unsustainable since 2016, but it hit timeline collapse in 2018. If you don't understand that, go back to my old post where I told y'all we pretty much got thrown into a manifestation portal. My whole fucking 2018 is just filled with fucking manifestation portal posts. All my visitations, all my guidance, everything was too much fuckery had taken place outside of the norm that you had a timeline collapse. You had timeline convergence to where there was so much corruption and so much stagnated energy from people not owning their energy that it was just too much. This too much. It was an energetic overload. So even to where the system wanted to support itself, it couldn't support the amount of energy from people who wouldn't support themselves. Usability. Remember I tell you, if you cast a spell and you throw 100% of your energy into something that is only a 10% category, that other 90% got to go somewhere. In some cases, you might get it back. But in other cases, something else that is already monitoring your energy, whether it is subconscious thought forms or actually manifested entities or whatever the case you want to call it, they sitting there watching. Quickest example I can give you for that is go to church and ooh, girl, he caught the ghost. No, you raised your energetic vibrational signature to the point to where your DNA opened up your latent cosmic source, and because you don't understand your energy, everything else come ride your motherfucking ass like a cheap suit. Hop on your ass and eat your energy, give you a little bit, make you speak in tongues, make you invest, make you drive the car as they are driving your ass as the car. So now they know all they got to do is stoke you into that level of excitement, beat a drum, sing a verse, praise your Lord, and you're going to get some energy that's going to keep you praising your Lord, but they're now your master. They're now your master because you are in possession points. What do we call possession? Motherfucker own you. So don't get too wrapped up in that. But what I'm saying is as a collective consciousness, we are a thought form that is in dispersal from itself and in denial of itself, in favor of the illusion that got created through dispersal. So I forgot who I was in favor of what I wanted to be. So now all I'm invested in is what I wanted to be, when what I wanted to be was clearly a fucking illusion. You can't be anything other than what you want. I mean, other than what you authentically are, but you can pretend to be what you think you are for a long motherfucking time. And so eventually where we currently are, from my perspective and my experiences, but this is my level of reality, is we're at the end of a fucking paradigm. This past couple weeks have really shown me that the same shit I was talking about last year is really coming to fruition. So we hit 4-4 last week. 4-4, we manifested based off of the energy that we didn't own. Even though you don't own it, it has to have your fucking permission to create. Why? Because we are the creator. So in the sense that we wouldn't own the energy, that which does understand our energy just puts us on the fucking chessboard. It moves you in position for condonement. Yeah, I'm only focused on what I want. But you sure there's some more energy? Fuck that. I see what I want. Don't show me nothing else except for what I want. Okay, but you can. I see the signs. See, my Mercury is in Virgo, and that's all I need to know, because that's why I act this way. That's why my mind all fucked up. And I appreciate the fucked upness of my mind, because I got to learn to transcend my signs and go through these illusions. So fuck all the rest of that energy that could set me free and show me that I need to cut that shit out. No, player, I'm good. I'll keep reading these signs because I am my sign. So then you become your illusion. Sorry. If it don't resonate, don't fuck with it. But again, I challenge you to ask yourself why it don't resonate. Are you only secure in your level of illusion that you think is real? Or is there something more that your mind can't fucking accept? Because it's hard to realize I'm the fakest motherfucker in my life. So, in the sense that where you won't own that outside energy, everything else does it. It gets the energy and it wants to stay in support. So even when a paradigm cannot sustain itself, it still has the energy. So since we can't sustain ourselves, then the energy moves you in position and gives you enough of fucking commonality points. You hear me say that shit all the time. It give you enough commonality points through fucking thoughts. We're going to feed you the same dream. We're going to show you the same turmoil. We're going to make you produce the same fear, love, hate, and joy. It ain't always just fear. See, we'll make you love what you should not be. So then they teach you all this stuff. And when I tell you I've been telling you for the past few days, it's really yourself in denial of self. It is the other side of your energy that you don't own, but it's still you. So it's taking your energy. There should be more opening up, like emerging in alignment. But the alignment has to come individually, because that's exactly what I get ready to talk about right there. That's the problem, is the alignment. You got one person who decides to buy into the illusion, and then they find commonality with another person who buys into the illusion, and now you just created a new matrix. The only difference in where we're going to now is what's the new programming? What's the new programming? What's sitting in front of you? Right now, we're basically in a fear vibration in search of peace. So what are we going to do? We're going to buy another program that still includes fear, and peace. So they take your shit and they push you where they want you to be. 444 manifestation. 413 created death. Remember, I told you death is a fucking illusion. Most spirits don't honor death. They call it transition. But death for the human mindset is the fucking beginning, because what do? You're scared of death. You're scared to begin to have responsibility of yourself. When I wake up and have responsibility of myself, everything else dies. The illusion dies. That's why we fear death, because death is a fucking trauma. So 413, which 1 plus 3 is 4, you're going to have another 444 date just like you had with 44. With April 4th. April 4th, manifest your energy. 413, show you what you bought. So you signing your contract right now. 4/6, 4/7, 4/8, 4/9, 4/10, 4/11. What am I paying attention to? What's the information? See, 4/11 is the contract signing. 4/11 is, here's what we want you to have. See, we've already put what we wanted in front of you, what we need to create, and this is what you're going to separate yourself into based off of what we want you to create. So then tomorrow will be, you know what, that sounds like a good deal. 4/12. 4/12 will be, that sounds like a good deal, but 4/12 is also 1/3, because I'm only aware of the thought that they gave me. I'm not aware of what I should know or what I should not know, because I'm already in tune with what I want to see. We call that blind rage. We call that fixation. Somebody, man, you weren't even paying attention to what the fuck going on. All you wanted was what you wanted. People talk about that in their relationships. You didn't give a fuck about my feelings. You just wanted what you wanted, and you just did what you had to do to get what you want. Hello, humanity. You don't care about the fucking details. You just want the results. That is basic human anatomy and mentality and psychology and physiology and emotionality 101. Fuck the instructions. Just take me to the finish line. Why? Irresponsibility. I don't want to know. Just show me what I want to see. So if you only want to see what you've been shown, but what you've been shown was not authentically you, thank you. You the fakest motherfucker in your life. Because you only going after that which I've been shown, and I've embraced it enough to be the sign for what I want to see. But is it really you? No, but it feels good. Of course it feels good. It's handmade and tailored for you by you. It is the irresponsibility of self that has manifested itself as God in this goddamn matrix. So again, hello God, you just in deflection of motherfucking self. So to get off of that tangent, 413, the energy will probably substantiate itself as what will become created as the new baseline for a new matrix. And don't get bent up on me saying new matrix. It ain't like, oh, we're gonna wake up and cars are flying. No, it's gonna be another underlying level of energy that is going to be available or no longer available. Can't verify it, so I'm not gonna bank on it. But it's going to be so much shit going on that people ain't gonna realize it. Because think about it, over the past 3 weeks, we've had 180-degree change in our fucking reality. But it's now everybody's knowing. See how easy that was? If human level energy can stoke you and place you into your home and take away your rights, and then all we do is make memes and GIFs about it, and we become comfortable in it, imagine what the higher aspects of the other 90% of your brain, because most of y'all don't use past 10, the other 90% of the energy that we call junk DNA, if a human can corral you and sheep herd you in 3 weeks, how long you think we've been shepherded and sheep herding by everything else? So now 413, they're going to show you what they need you to see, and you're going to sign the contract and enter into it. But here, from my energetic perspective, is 422 will be the only chance that you got to get out without penalty. We'll do it like that. 422 will be the only day that you have to get out without penalty. Everything else after that is going to cost you. It's going to cost you some level of turmoil or trauma or some kind of high grade exchange of energy, which ain't always going to be trauma. Some of you might hit some fucking fantastic awareness and we're, holy shit, I have these abilities that I thought I had. They're now active. Because 422 is going to show you what your choice and creation is. Remember, With most car deals, after you sign the contract, you got X amount of hours to go back and renegotiate the deal if you find something wrong or if the financing didn't go through. You see what I'm saying? There is always a contract clause to get back out of the deal that you made, the lemon law. We'll call it the fucking lemon law. 422 is going to be pretty much the end of a lemon law. Not only is 422 Earth Day, Hail Gaia, not only is it her day, so you're going to have to honor her. My best advice is whatever choice you're making, you better include her in the fucking equation. If you don't include her in the equation, it might come back to get you. That's the only thing I'm going to say. If you don't include Gaia in your equation on her day, 422, Earth Day, if you don't include where you are stationed and where you are stationed in your equation, then you lose your foundation. Oops. Because that's another 444. So we created, we're about to solidify, and you're either going to play the game or get the fuck off the bus altogether. For 422, my advice is get the fuck off the bus altogether. If that means that it's going to become a high grade end of trauma because you're going to hit a major point of, I hate this word, but it's what I'm being led to say, disassociation. I would like to change disassociation into pure on non-attachment and clarity. Hello, Dragon's Wheel Grid. I would like to honor fucking non-attachment over disassociation because disassociation is true trauma. When you become disassociated with yourself, which is, in my opinion, the ancient trauma itself, disassociation of self is source that was not content with being whole, so it broke itself into infinite pieces. Hi, that's us. So in getting back into wholeness, you have to go back through all of your fucking traumas. Soul reclamation. So on 422, I would honor soul reclamation from non-attachment from all my illusions. A lot of people try and go back into soul reclamation by becoming their illusions to figure out where I got fucked up and I wasn't real. If you have to become the illusion to try and find reality, you get lost in illusion twice. You've already played it out. Now you're going to play yourself back in. Either way it go, you're playing yourself. Honor that I played the role. If I have the memory of the fucking experience, that's a fucking enough. But to try and recreate the experience or try to, you hear people say this shit all the time. You got to heal your inner child. Motherfucker, you grown now. You better tell little 4-year-old Sally, sorry, can't change that. 32-year-old Sally need to grow the fuck up and put her big girl panties on. 36-year-old Billy need to shut the fuck up and be a big boy, grab your nuts and deal with your now and stop trying to go back into your thens. Because you will disassociate yourself where you are already disassociated. That's called delusion. See, illusion becomes delusion when you try and create reality within an illusion that was clearly not real. So now you're looking for signs on how to find you, and then you become fucking disassociated within yourself in motherfucking infinity. Because you're going to keep on trying to find that one door that made you feel real where your motherfucking ass was already fake. Oops. So, 413, watch yourself. Don't sign no fucking contracts. Don't sign no fucking contracts with anything to include your goddamn self. Sit your punk ass down and be still. That's what I call life path zero. Life path zero is I'm already the motherfucking source. So where am I going? See, life path one. Oh, I need to focus on wholeness and the oneness of the universe. You see what I'm saying? All these life paths have been glamorized. All these signs have been glamorized. They put the fucking extra features in them. Ooh, girl, you got a sunroof and a moonroof. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. Girl, I'm envious. I want to be. So now you disassociate yourself in favor of what you thought you saw because it makes you feel good about not seeing yourself. Sorry if it don't resonate. So, no, I'm not. Fuck it. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. If you cannot honestly look at your life and see where everything that you invested in has taken you into what you wanted to invest in, that's struggle. We have to stop buying struggle as the baseline for peace. Start out with a baseline of peace, and it'll show you your motherfucking struggle. Oops. Start out with reciprocity and peace, and it'll show you anything else that will take you from source, reciprocity and peace, and it'll become your choice. Holy shit, 422. It'll become your choice to create a struggle. 422. Created choice that is going to show you creation. What the fuck are you creating? 413. Create a new way based off of the cyclic beginning called death. Death is life. A created life. So watch that shit on 413. So real quick, because I didn't mean to go into that fucking rambling, but you know how I go. It come out and it's just going to have to go. That's just my fucking role. Don't like it, don't be here. But my thing is, you need to know the illusion. The illusion, the 12 signs. So I'm going to throw a card for what each sign might be going through as an illusion, and then a key card, Life Path 0, on what might be the reality in the situation, on how you could just sit your punk ass down and be still. And again, it is sit still and stop fucking reacting, stop reading the signs, stop being emotional, and just look at shit for what it is and not for what you want it to be. If you can't do it, like I told y'all this morning, take 24 hours from all this bullshit that's been pulling us. Take 24 hours of peace for yourself, and it'll show you what keep pulling you in pieces. After them 24 hours, if you make the fucking ruling to go back into what's pulling you in pieces, you now know it's you. You now know it's you because you're going but Linda yourself to death. I'm just saying. We all have our different levels of awareness, so if this does not tickle your fancy or make you feel good, again, it's your motherfucking choice. Right now, the individual should be stronger than the goddamn collective. The age-old, a group is only as strong as its weakest member is showing face. And if we are full of a bunch of weak-willed motherfuckers, we are collectively weak-willed as fuck. Collectively, we are weak-willed as fuck. So, Aries. See, my illusion just kicked in right then, because what I just got guided to do was go in reverse, because there's something going on there. We always say Aries is first. Might be the problem. The head's coming first. So if the head is Aries, technically Pisces is the feet. Pisces should be the foundation. So for this reason, for this reading, Pisces goes first. The last shall come first. I don't know which fucking movie, I don't know which scripture or all this shit come from, but I know there's some enigmatic meaning behind that, and the last shall come first. So the last gonna come first, because the Pisces, which if you know anything about Pisces, they're the high clairvoyants. Them the motherfuckers who could probably tell you everything because they see all things. But the problem with the Pisces is they don't see themselves, so they don't understand what the fuck they seeing. No disrespect to any Pisces. I'm actually a Pisces cusp. So, in the sense that the Pisces does not understand what they're seeing within themselves, they can't read the signs. Oops. So we're going to start out with Pisces first. So again, the sign and then Life Path 0. How to get the fuck out of that shit from my perspective. So Pisces, what is your illusion and what's going on? Remember I told you, Pisces should see everything as what it is. What is all this? All this is a basic game in communication, aka thoughts. This whole universe is a manifested thought that won't stop manifesting itself in multiplicity. It is source that became awareness and became intelligent and became a thought, and that motherfucker stopped. It would not be still. Source wouldn't sit its punk ass down and be still. So now it's everywhere. So Pisces can see, holy shit, what am I communicating with? I need to see myself. Holy shit, what the fuck I just tell y'all? If a Pisces can't see themselves first, then they don't know what the fuck they looking at, because they only going to look at it from the perspective of what they want to know. Holy shit, knowledge does what? Knowledge does what? Somebody tell me, knowledge does what? We can have this argument all goddamn day long. Seen somebody earlier talking about some knowledge of self. Check that. You better change that terminology. Your awareness will show you what the fuck you need to know. Because if you only stand up on what you know, but what you know and got your ass fucked up, all you know is you done fucked up. So Pisces, you need to watch that shit, because knowledge will get you fucked up. If you don't know you, then you only communicate with your illusions. See that? If you don't have the love of Oshun, if you don't have Oshun's love for yourself, unconditional love. If you don't know the Pataki about Oshun, she sacrificed everything else when nobody else would. Under that story, nobody else would save the day. She sacrificed herself and ended up being burnt from Peacock to motherfucking Vulture. That's how much she gave up for everything else. So if you don't see a high level of unconditional love for yourself, it will not show you you and everything else. You're only going to see what you're looking for. If I don't have love for myself, what is that? That's trauma. So if I don't see myself as love, I see myself as trauma. So now what everything else I see? Trauma. That's any sign. But Pisces, you should be the fucking foundation. You should be the first clue to stop this shit. Why? Don't communicate with that thought. Why I pay attention to that thought? I don't know. I stopped myself. Sit your punk ass down and be still. How can you sit your punk ass down and be still, Pisces? Ignore that shit. You were source. Holy shit. See, don't trick yourself into that bullshit called free will. It's my free will to do it. Okay, yes, your free will to fuck yourself. But if you ignore the thought that did not show you your reflection, if you ignore the thought that does not show you your reflection, holy shit, nature. If you don't see that thought that shows you you in all things, you ignore that motherfucker, or else you meet my boss. You meet Eshu. So Pisces, and I'm going to leave these out. Yeah, I got enough cards in this. I can handle all this. I can do this. So Pisces, the foundation should be, I need to see the thought. I need to figure out whether it's safe to communicate with. And if it ain't safe to communicate with, then I need to sit still. Because see, if I sit still, then I got a solid foundation. If I'm moving without a foundation, then I'm about to go for a fall. Holy shit, you a fallen angel. You a motherfucking Grigori. You the Watchers. So, going in from Pisces, going back to Aquarius. The other thing I've been saying since 2018 is with this new level of manifestation field that was being worked through all this timeline convergence from the guidance I was given is the Aquarian field, that good old the age of Aquarius bullshit. The Aquarian field became the generator for the fucking Matrix. The Aquarian field was the only sign equipped to handle all 5 elements. So, from my perspective, and if you go back and watch a lot of my readings, I always tell you, Aquarius can get in and out of anything if they can see themselves too. In all of these signs, if you don't see yourself, you become the signs that you see. If you don't see yourself, you become your sign. Oops. So Aquarius, what are you focusing on? Because right now, energetically, they need you more than anybody else. God damn it. They need you more than anything else. Why? Because you control the fire. Fire is what? The element that is going to bring in creation. So if we can control the Aquarian field, we can guide creation. Remember, it's all a fucking thought. What's 2? What I know. Intelligence. What's 5? What we get ready to chase you. Make your ass chase after. 4 is creation. 5 is, I synced it. Now I got to go get it. So if the Aquarian field is not being responsible to itself, it will become the center for fucking Matrix guidance. And remember, the Matrix is the motherfucking, the car salesman in this scenario. So communication and ignorance took you into guidance. Aquarius, if you would see yourself first, then your life path 0, your best form of reality, okay. I can honor this. Rejoice. My world should be one filled with rejoice. Remember I told you reciprocity. Reciprocity and peace is a fucking utopian element. If I am rejoicing in my world, then there is nothing to fucking put me in dismay. If I can see myself, then I have nothing to guide me in dismay. I don't have to be guided into none of these fucking signs because they're the fucking trap. The signs are the limitations for the Matrix. But if I'm wholeness, if I'm the source, that means I have to create a Matrix to trap myself. So what's greater, me or the motherfucking Matrix? So why would I lower myself into becoming all the signs when I am all things, to include the Matrix itself? Why do I need to create all this fucking struggle and strife, deflection? Why should I create anything outside of me just to go through this shit, just to go back into becoming me and probably getting lost along the way? So if I sit my punk ass down and be still, then I don't end up going through 500-year cycles like a phoenix. I don't end up having to go through all this struggle and experience just to learn to hit to the end of a paradigm, just to burn myself, guide myself into burning myself, just so I can wake up and do it again. Do your research on the phoenix. Got your cinnamon, got your spikenard, got your myrrh, build you a nest. So if I build a world that does not require me to step outside of myself as all things, I'm good. But if I build a world that includes me finding the end point for rejoicing, then I'm going to create my limitations. I'm going to create my limitations, and 12 is the number of discipline. So I'm going to trap myself in all 12 fucking vibrations just to be none of them. Because I ain't none of them. I'm just the fucking illusion of them all. Leave that shit alone. So, Aquarius, don't guide yourself into a fire and then make justifications on how you're not going to get burnt, or the safest route not to burn yourself so bad. From Aquarius, we go into Capricorn. Capricorn traditionally is what you always hear me say is the overthinker. If the Aquarius bit into the programming and said, I'm a fun and sponsor this shit, the Capricorn energy is probably trying to figure out, hey, wait a minute, how do I get out of it? So yeah, it's panic. It's not a scary panic, but this is, whoa, shit, you shouldn't have done that. And I see you shouldn't have done it. But see, we always look at it in the traditional format to where you get to the end. So it's like Capricorn, you dealing with everybody else's shit. No, Capricorn is trying to stop this shit. Capricorn said, Pisces, we don't know what the fuck you was looking at. Aquarius, get your fucking ego out your fucking neck and stop creating shit. Now, Capricorn's like, fuck this. How do I get out? But it's too late. You're already in. So, Capricorn, you probably just want to get out of the fucking game, but you're going to lose yourself to the game because you're going to overthink, and them signs starting to look good. Plus, there's some power in there, too. Fuck it. If I can't get out, I might as well max it out. If I can't get out of the game, I'm going to be the best thing in the game. Ooh, shit. Capricorn energy left and fucking right. Capricorn moon. If I can't get out of the game, I bet you I'll be the motherfucking master of the game. Hi, Master Manipulator. Hi, Capricorn. Holy shit. Hi, Master Manipulator. Hi, Abuser. See, if I'm going to run the game, I'm going to be the teacher. But if it's a game and I'm the teacher, and the game is me, and I'm teaching myself, am I not abusing myself? Am I not abusing myself by chasing that fucking 5? Remember I told you that 5 was, I seen it, now I got to get out here and get it. So since they done trapped me here, Aquarius and Pisces, you dumb fucks, you done trapped me here. I don't know how to get out, so I'm going to make the most of it. So I'm going to become my sign because I'm going to be the best sign there is. Arrogant like a motherfucker. So, sorry, you'll become your own abuser because you manipulated yourself where you've already been placed in manipulation, where the 0 would have set you free. If I would have realized that it's still my choice, then choice, the 22 will become 0. So if you understand that in all of this, you have choice, it brings you back to 0. 0 is source. So if I'm abusing myself, how do I get back to source if I'm a Capricorn? I got to look at what the fuck was hidden. Or in the best sense, I'm not gonna honor that. I heard in my head, I gotta hide from this shit. No, fuck that. You gotta face that shit. You gotta face what was hidden. Remember I told you it's a contract? Remember I told you it's a fucking contract. You gotta start finding the goddamn fine print on, okay, you know what? I might know how to get out of here, but I know where my fucking contract at. And I need to see a manager. See, we put that meme up, it's only 4 months into 2020 and I like to cancel my subscription. Hi, it's 4 months into, what's today, the 10th? It is 6 days into, no, we had the full moon on 7. It's 3 days, holy shit, and on the 3rd day. It's 3 days into a new paradigm and I like to cancel my motherfucking subscription. Hi, because I've seen where, holy shit, this shit ain't gonna do nothing but abuse the fuck out of me. And while I like a little pain, as a Capricorn, I like to be beaten in certain aspects. Pull my hair. Fuck that. I didn't sign up for all this shit. See, them other motherfuckers signed up for it because they refuse to see this. They refuse to see themselves. I'm abusive, but I ain't that dumb. So, fuck that. I need to see the hidden clause and somebody go, I'm not moving. See, Life Path 0. Sit your punk ass down and be still. I need to see what was hidden from me because this was bad judgment. The 20, judgment. This was bad judgment. And what do you have on the card of Judgment Day? Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, who does what? Summons the motherfucking Judgment Day, which means I had to go through something just to get to the end and hope I got enough credits to make it through. Why I gotta go through something and get enough credits when I was already the whole motherfucking bank? Why I gotta break myself up and go through something just to see if I learned enough about myself when I can sit my punk ass down and stop hiding from myself and just be myself before I become subjected into the abuse of everything that I fucking created outside of myself? Figure that shit out. So from Capricorn, working backwards, you got Sagittarius. See, Capricorn said disengage, disengage, disengage. Let's not do this. I don't know how to get out. Sagittarius says, I'll show you. I'll show you how to get out because, see, you know what? I'm strong. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter. I'm going to go through all this shit and I'm going to blow through it because I seen it. Watch some type of 5 come up. Sagittarius, that hunter energy might have you fucked up. But I tell you, you're going to go through it. The Overcomer's card. You're going to stand on the fact that I know the way out because fuck that. I'm bigger than this. Okay, yeah, you are aware that you're God, but you're honoring illusion. You're aware that you're source, but in the sense that you're aware you're a source, you're also honoring your illusion. I know I'm the source of this illusion, and I'm going to go through the illusion so I can become source. Where they do that at? How do you be something and then go through something just to become yourself? At some point, you're going to become fake. And some point, you're going to become an illusion because you're going to lose sight of yourself as you're going through yourself on the journey of yourself to become something else that was really already yourself, but ain't going to end up being you. Oops. Why? Because that thought ain't going to show you shit. That thought ain't going to show you shit if you keep coming over to it. Remember, this is all about a thought. Pisces had that 3, that thought. If you keep chasing that thought, all you're going to see is what that thought wants to show you. Because the thought's the motherfucking car salesman. The car salesman. The thought is going to show you everything. No. Shh. Shh. Give you an extra 36,000 miles on you. Ooh, 36,000 miles? No maintenance? Ooh. You mean I could drive this car and ain't got to worry about paying for nothing? All right. Sign me up, coach. So that Sagittarius energy, a little bit of naivety there. Apologize if this rubs you the wrong way. You'll be the fuck all right. But the Sagittarian energy in this card right here has a little bit of naivety because you already knew you were source. But because you think that you're going to be stronger than the thought, you didn't realize that you already gave your awareness to that thought by paying attention to it. Kind of like what I told y'all this morning. For 24 hours, just disengage from the shit because the thought already has our energy. But if you take the energy out of the thought has to act the fuck up and pull you back in, car salesman, or the thought goes away. If existence on higher level is a fucking thought form, stop forming the motherfucking thought. And as a collective, we are fucking weak. So it takes our energy and all of us keep thinking about the same shit and it keeps fucking forming. Can't be that simple. Keep on. Keep the fuck on. Because that Sagittarian energy of ignorance, I must keep on coming over to it because it's got to be a different way. My way got to be the way. What's your way? I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. You already going on a journey. How about you sit your punk ass down and be still? And let go of that motherfucking knowledge. See, when you sit down and be still, you will see what you really motherfucking know. Not what you think, the thought, but what you really know. You'll see where you were the motherfucking magic empowering all this whole shit. Why? Because nobody is more energetically fit for a struggle. Nobody is more energetically fit for a journey than a hunter. So, sorry, but in this case, this fire sign, trapped energy. Trapped energy because investment-wise, if we can get you, we can create the best fucking form of existence, illusion, that can probably trap everybody else in. Why? Because your energy is nice and strong and firm and subtle. Nice breasts. We can pump you full of all kind of thought forms and shit, and then we can make you create what everybody else is going to fall prey to. Why? Because if the hunter ain't smart enough to stop fucking hunting, The fuck the chance these other motherfuckers got? See, this is your speciality, motherfucking Sagittarius. You supposed to know not to come over to it. Energetically, in this case, you're the elder. In experience, the Sagittarius gets to be the elder because it's the first person outside of everybody else's dumbass mistakes that should have enough fucking awareness of self to stop knowing. Remember, existence is a thought that you paid attention to. That's knowledge. Existence is a thought that you think you know, but you ain't even fucking moving. But because you think you know it, you keep chasing it. So Sagittarius, if you could pull your energy back out of it, some of the shit might slow down. So sit your punk ass down and be still, Sagittarius. The Capricorn was the first power component. Going back in this route, from Sagittarius we go into Scorpio, the other power component, but aka really the abuser. The abuser, because they have this energetic sense of, I ain't gonna say entitlement, but it's I can't call it passion. I would call it low-key rage. And it's not that you are bitter, it's just that you feel like you're better than what's going on, and so fuck this, let me just get out by, we'll call it Malcolm X energy. We'll call it like that. So this Scorpio energy that I'm feeling right now for this reading is this by any means necessary. See, fuck that. You fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, and you fucked up, and y'all got me fucked up. So that's what the Scorpio energy is going to be is, see, y'all got me fucked up. See, y'all got me fucked up. Because all I see is y'all got me fucked up. So I see where going into this journey got me fucked up, and so now I got to show y'all you got me fucked up. How many of y'all done that? How many of us have done that? Instead of just saying, yeah, you got me fucked up, but you know what? I'm not lowering my energy. No, see, they need to know how they got me fucked up. So now, boop, you bought a new car. In a sense to where you see where something got you fucked up and you need to stand on, no, you see what? I'm source. You got me fucked up. I'm God up in this bitch. Now let me show you I'm God. But who you showing? Yourself. Yourself in deflection. But because you challenging what you thought you've been presented with, which was actually the deflection of yourself, you have now deflected from yourself in honor of the deflection of self. You're an illusion within an illusion now. Holy shit, we about to go on a journey for real. So now that Scorpio energy is out here pointing the finger at everybody else because they forgot to take the fucking responsibility that, motherfucker, it was all you. It was all you. So now if I sit my punk ass down and be still if I'm a Scorpio, I might see where the real harm was going. See, I forgot to tell you, this is the devil card if you don't know. This is the devil card. It's a 15. All I see is what's harming me, but I forgot to fucking realize I was harming myself because all I see is me. So let me sit down and see source. Let me sit down and be still. I'll see the illusion of separation. I'll see where I connected my energy into something that I thought was outside of me, but it was really with me, and now I'm swimming with motherfucking sharks. Only you're the shark and the bait. So if I sit down and be still, I will see where I made a bad fucking connection. What was the bad connection? The second sign. What was the bad connection? The Aquarius. The bad connection was the one that guided you all this all together. And I'm not saying this in human form of finding Aquarius and kill them or some shit like that. I'm saying energetic wise, before you get put into this matrix projector, the way the energy structure based off of your guidelines, the signs, this is the way it played out. This is the higher energy before you put a meat suit in there. If you're born under the Aquarian field, you have this tendency. If you're born under the Pisces field, you have this tendency. This is not what is in the individual human until the human signs a fucking contract. So the Scorpio energy is designed for fucking harm because all they see is motherfuckers is harmful. So if all I see is the harm of others, then I've connected my harm cycles to everybody else, which means I do not honor that I harmed myself. Deflection. Deflective motherfuckers is always everybody else's fault, and the last to take responsibility for self, but got justification for all of the above. Shh, stop it. Shh. Remember, I still read thoughts. Shh, stop it. Don't do it. So, Scorpio, own it. Shh. If it don't resonate, don't fuck with it, but shh, stop yourself. So from Scorpio working backwards, you go to Libra. See, you still got that balance energy. Libra says, you know what, Scorpio, you being a little bit too hard on everybody else. We should have patience for where everybody else got fucked up, and let's negotiate. So in this reading right here, Libra is that motherfucker who think that they know how to handle a car salesman, but they're the car salesman's dream. You remember that episode? If you watch American Dad, they had that one episode where Stan was like, Francine, I'm going to get a new car. And that car salesman was working his ass. He'd come back with this piece of shit ass car or this nice car, and it was like he had to sell the house. He had to sell this. He didn't know how to negotiate, but he thought he was doing good. And he had to keep going back to the car dealer probably like 8 times that whole fucking episode. Because he wouldn't disengage from the fact that he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But because he was standing on his own sense of knowledge or what he thought he knew, he kept getting himself fucked up. I watch this shit float by me, but there's nothing here. But I can see it though. So in the sense of this Libra energy, I'm the balance, but you off balance because you don't understand what the fuck you doing, but you think you know. Libra. Remember my old analogy of a Libra could be upside down on the motherfucking stick and talking about everything's lovely. I'm balanced. When you're balanced upside down, you're still off balance. You're just comfortable being upside down. So Libra, what's your responsibility as that energy? Remember I just told you, even if you upside down, you think you balance, you don't honor, this is the wheel of fortune. It goes up and down. You think that no matter where I'm at on the wheel, I'm good. That's a problem. Because that's demonization of self. This is Lilith. If I think I'm good in a position on the wheel without recognizing that I am the wheel, then I can be found anywhere. If it don't matter where you put me on the wheel, yet I am the wheel, how you going to put me on the wheel if I'm the wheel? Unless I separate myself. But I'm going to find balance in my separation. So you honor the whole fucking system of the illusion of separation, and you're probably the generator field for fucking duality. Holy shit, you're the scales. You're the scales. You honor the illusion of separation because you think you can hold it all together. See, I'm going to be God, but I'm going to be human. I'm going to be God, but I'm going to be human. What am I? Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. I know you overwhelmed. Here, let me help you out, Libra. Shh, I got you. Here's how you should sit your punk ass down and be still. Stop thinking you know and honor uncertainty. Because the only thing you know is that you should stop knowing what you think you know. Because it's only got you fucked up. You're going to have to embrace change. But the worst thing for somebody who thinks that they are already in balance is to honor the fact that they were never in balance at all. See aforementioned analogy. If a Libra thinks that they're balanced upside down and you now give them spatial awareness that, hey, baby, you're about to fall off, the last thing they're going to want to do is admit to that which always kept them safe is that which was really the danger. See, I'm used to hanging on here, so this is fine for me. I know how to handle this. I can balance this. But baby, you on fire. Shh, it's all right. This is fine for me. I'm good at working this. So you don't embrace change because you are used to having stability. Your stability is what will keep your ass stable in an illusion. Why? You were already in overwhelm because you came in where there was already harm from the Scorpio energy, which should have never came in from the Sagittarius energy. Then you had the abusive Capricorn energy. The motherfucking Aquarian field should have never been open. Guided us through this shit. All because Pisces didn't say, you know what, turn the whole fucking show off. And I'm not trying to put that on you as a Pisces as a responsibility. But in this reading here, if Pisces would have clicked the switch, TikTok, see, I just clicked the switch. That's me going. That's what should have happened. When they played that little switch part, you shouldn't have popped up and switch roles and put on somebody else's meat suit and play the role. Simple jacked yourself. You shouldn't have done that. You should just exit stage life. Oh shit, no, there was no typo there. Exit stage life. Get your life. Remain whole. But we way back down here on Libra now, which balance and uncertainty kind of like don't go together. Remember, stability is balance, uncertainty is change. If I think I know what balance is, I probably won't change. Probably won't change. So from Libra, we work our way back into Virgo. Bambi. Sorry, Bambi. Bambi. I'm just fighting for my own freedom. I'm just fighting for my own freedom, but I probably need to be enslaved in order to realize that I need to be free. Virgo energy, from my experience, and again, you'll be all right if you fucking get offended, has a struggle mentality of, I am bigger than my situation, but let me see a situation so I can verify how big I am. You understand that? It's like that I need permission to be great, so therefore I know I'm great, but I need to see struggle in order to verify my greatness. That in itself is a disassociation from self within a delusion of grandeur of self. I know I'm more than this shit, but let me see how much of this shit I can take so that when I come out, I'm super strong. But wait a minute, you're already more than your situation, and if you're going to come out of abuse feeling super strong, how good could you feel without the abuse? If I got to go through abuse to make it to super strong, but the abuse is myself, am I not reducing myself in the abuse only to feel more than what I was? Then what the fuck am I? So you should just really stop the shit and own your own sovereignty, own your own dominion, and stop enslaving yourself to your own fucking need to be great, that you reduce yourself into situations or energetic fields and experiences that only show you less because they try to dominate you. They try to dominate you, but you kind of hire that shit because you like to play the fucking victim. If it don't resonate, don't own it. You probably won't. But you like to play the fucking victim because I need to be set free. Set free from what? The situation that I hired, because it got to be somebody else enslaving me. This can't be me. But I'm going to save myself. So I'm going to enslave myself by hiring somebody else just so I can set myself free. Where I already enslaved myself. How should you sit your punk ass down and be still, Virgo? Honor the cycles of death. Death is the beginning of life. The 19, the 1 and the 9. You should realize that you did this shit to yourself. 1 plus 9 is 10, the illusion of separation. 1 is awareness. 9 is making it to the end. Remember I told you, I'm going to put myself in cycles of sickness and, oh boy, I almost said something, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put myself into cycles of harm, trying to get out of harm just so I can vibrate high. Why would you lower your vibrations into experiences and situations only to try and make it to the end? So I'm pretty sure there's some analogies in there somewhere, but this is a Jesus energy. This is the story of Jesus energy. You're going to go through the ascension route. So Virgo, this is ascension fucking energy of trying to master life that you fucking sponsored, that only showed you death, just so your punk ass can learn how to live. Just live. Just live. Death was the illusion that you created. Death was the illusion that you created. In the sense that you won't honor your reality, you'll become your illusions. And again, like I said, with a lot of Virgos, from my experience, you put yourself in situations that can show you a lot of harm on many different levels. Because that's why I called you Bambi at the beginning. Y'all got a little bit of naivety to you. Sorry. So from Virgo, we go back into Leo. Leo, again, represented by the sun, but the sun is only the power source for this matrix. Let's just see what's going on with the Leo. Let me not try and give you too much of a description of the signs, because that will tie you back down into the lower commonality points of the sign, and then you'll only focus on the signs because it make you feel good or it make you feel bad, and you'll dismiss the fucking responsibility to self in favor of what you're hearing about the signs. So let me not do that. So Leo, what's your position in the illusion? You had the same position as fucking as Pisces. Remember, Pisces said I should stop this shit altogether, but in the sense that I didn't stop it, I helped create it. I helped create what? The Matrix. So now the Matrix is powered by what? The sun. Leo is represented by the sun. So Leo can communicate with the generator of the Matrix, but if the Leo is only caught up by what's been generated by the Matrix, instead of understanding that it was bigger than the generation, or the generation of the Matrix itself, if it only falls prey to what's been generated, then that's where you get this emotional ass Leo bullshit. So you won't see yourself because all you see is this too much all around me. Or I need things to be a better reflection of me because I forgot to see the true reflection of myself. So this Leo energy is just trying to fucking fit in. Don't understand that you the motherfucking power source on top of the power source for the illusion. So you got one of the strongest possibilities of entering into reality, but you don't know you fake. Oops. So Leo energy, you only communicating with what you see because you think what you see is you, when it is you, but it is you in the illusion of self, illusion of separation. So how could you get out of this illusion of separation from yourself? By being powered by the illusion itself. How could you sit your punk ass down and be still, Leo? What are we growing? 7. 7 is the perspective of how I see myself and unconditional love. The unconditional love for myself will show me that I'm in a fucking illusion. Because if I'm looking for unconditional love outside myself, it will have me communicating with the illusion to try and find myself, as I did not love myself before I looked at the illusion. If you don't love yourself before you become this illusion, the illusion become what you love. Holy shit, 422. You will choose the illusion, 422. It will be the created choice. If what's been created before me is what I choose, instead of choosing me as the source of what's been created, you fucked. And collectively, we'll all be fucked. Most of us. Fuck that. Most of you. So, what are we growing? This is the Matrix itself. In this card, this is Archangel Metatron, and that's the field of time right there. That's him looking through the Matrix and saying, what the fuck are y'all doing? And holy shit, who's on the card? Leo. A lion and a motherfucking wolf. So if you don't understand that the Matrix was a derivative of the lower side of your awareness, trying to just be aware because it didn't want to see itself in responsibility, then it'll become all I know. And I'll be emotional as fuck about it too. And egoic about it. Because why I'm stronger inside the Matrix, because I'm part of the generator field from the Matrix, but it's still not me. You know what the fuck I'm talking about, that 7. 7 is knowledge. Knowledge of self. Now, 7 should be awareness. Awareness of self. Because if all I know is the illusion, then I'm real motherfucking fake. So Leo goes backwards into Cancer. So Cancer, again, not doing descriptions anymore. Cancer, what's your role in the illusion? I see where I got burnt. See, my passion ain't me. This ain't me. This is smart enough to see that this ain't me, but not smart enough to stop addressing everybody else as responsible for this not being you in order for it to be you. So this is, I need to see everything that's burning me without taking responsibility for me burning myself. If this was a mundane level reading, it's the same shit I say about Cancer all the time, to where Cancers can point out the flaws in everybody else as they don't see them within themselves. A Cancer can fix everybody else because they think that is in turn going to fix them, but it will only fix the illusion of them and the illusion of themselves. You still don't see yourself. So this is, I don't see my passion. I just see what won't let me be free. So if I'm fighting what won't let me be free, which is clear illusion, then I have to become fake just so I can learn to become real. So don't fuck around and burn yourself out here by not seeing yourself first. Remember I tell you, before you do anything, you should have passion of self. My unconditional love should be my passion. My passion should be my unconditional love for self. My unconditional love should be based off of reciprocity, peace, and wholeness. True balance. Not let me go out here and find somebody else and try and maintain stillness and all that other shit. No, that's an illusion of separation. I'm whole on my own. I don't need to attach to anything else. You can't have my peace. You can't have my joy. And it's not that I have to fight you to maintain it. It's just that you just can't have it. You don't have that type of energy to steal my peace or my joy. I maintain my own reciprocity. You can only fucking enhance it or maintain it. And that is my choice. See, until you get to that level of responsibility, then everything outside of you has the potential to burn you. So Cancer sees where everything has the potential to burn them and probably is feeling burnt. So they need to sit down and be still and get ready to come out that motherfucking shell. Stop connecting to everybody else's bullshit. Stop connecting to everybody else's bullshit, because all you seeing is what you think you know in everybody else. The 2 and the 6. 2, what I think I know, which again is the connection point, intelligence, and 6 is the lover's card, but 6 is the foundation. What I see in everybody else, on the sub note, what I see in everybody else is a reflection of myself. But if I don't even know what the fuck I am, then I'm not gonna see what I need to know. I'm not gonna see what I need to be aware of. See, that knowledge will get you fucked up. If everything that I'm connecting to should be a reflection of me, if I'm having empathic problems, see, they drained in me, then I'm not seeing the wholeness of myself. Why? Because I'm determined by the pieces around me. There's too many of us. There's too many people who you get in an environment and somebody's energy is working you more than you are maintaining yourself. It's because you're still looking at yourself from the illusion vision. You still haven't seen the true you yet. You are only seeing that you that you feel comfortable with working with in hopes of getting higher into a point to where you won't have to work with anything at all. Just don't work with nothing at all. Have the awareness and wholeness of yourself, and then you'll see where nothing else can work you. It will either have your fucking reflection in it, or you won't be able to see it. You'll be aware of it, but you won't be able to see it. Because it won't fucking matter. So 26 is an 8, which is again the struggle with the thoughts in my head. What are the thoughts in my head? Everything that I keep manifesting. Everything I keep manifesting. So from Cancer, we go into Gemini. Remember, Cancer just said, I see where everybody else is burning me. So that is a clear separation of consciousness to where everybody else has more energy and responsibility to what's going on than I do. So Gemini is going to try and justify that energy of separation. I'm going to split myself because I need to see things from different perspectives, because I'm trying to play fair. And no, they have a right. They have a right to their opinion and their perspective, even if they are me, but I'm going to honor what they see so that I can get a better, clear version of what I really am. Holy shit, who am I? Oops. So Gemini, what's your responsibility within this fucking field of illusion? Cut the shit. Stop honoring the cycles of division. Stop honoring the cycles of division, and because remember, death is life. You give, holy shit, the prime directive. You honor the prime directive because you've seen the things that you perceive to be outside of you, and you try to honor them. So the Gemini energy is only trying to honor what it has seen outside of it, without the admission that everything that you see outside of you is an illusion and reflection of self. Not your reality. It is just what you're choosing to see. A hall of fucking mirrors. But if I'm trying to justify who I really am versus what I thought I saw, then I'm going to split myself, and I'm going to stay on this motherfucking cycle of giving life to the same thing that's killing me as I try to take back the life by putting everything else into death. So you're killing them and resurrecting them at the same time. More Jesus energy. You're going to kill them only to say that, no, I didn't have the right to kill them, so let me give them back life. So you become pretty much a manifested level of God awareness on this reading, but somewhat irresponsible. The shit that you should be releasing, you release, but you still hold value for. And in the sense to where you still... if you hold value for something, even if you write a code to get rid of it, you give it fucking enough of your energy to keep coming back. You'll keep manifesting that what you're trying to get rid of because you already told yourself it had the right to exist. Oops. So how can you sit your punk ass down and be still with this Gemini energy? You got to see where that's a fucking abuse cycle. You cannot support that which is killing you and support yourself as being whole and free. You can't remember, and you see people say that, well, I'm just trying to be whole by going through the pieces. Pie theory. No, don't break yourself into pieces. How can you honor the illusion and reality at the same time? What do I call that? The $2 hoe. You can fuck yourself and that $2 hoe for a long time trying to make illusion into reality, and in some cases trying to make reality an illusion because you don't want the responsibility of fucking reality. So now reality is being fucked over by you. So, and you didn't want the responsibility of fucking reality, you end up fucking up reality in favor of the illusions that make you feel safe and make you feel good. So you become your own abuser by creating death. But only you create death and life at the same time. So now you have duality on all fucking, really it's a forefront. Because death is the end, beginning again at the same fucking time. You actually become a double-ended 22. Holy shit, you become a 44. Gemini energy, you make a double-ended choice. You become a fucking master manifester. And I know a lot of you motherfucking Geminis that are master manifestors. You become an instantaneous manifester because you use your God voice, your source voice, but you use it to support the illusion. So you play God, but you also play devil, and you also play human as you try and shepherd the thought. So the thought gains credence and credence and awareness through the Gemini energy. Remember I told you when I keep saying they is really the other side of the energy that you don't use. But remember the Gemini is a already split energy. So if the average human uses 10 to 15%, a Gemini uses 20 to 30. Don't believe me? Test them motherfuckers. A Gemini that is on their shit will outthink the fuck out of almost anything because their hemispheric capacity is higher than ours. So a Gemini can support the God theory within themselves even if they don't see themselves. So Gemini, you basically are somewhat responsible for empowering the wave of experience, should I say? Because the thought that we don't pay attention to, you support it even as you know it must get defeated. So from Gemini, working backwards into Taurus. Almost through. Bear with me. Going back into Taurus. What's Taurus' responsibility in this shit? Taurus becomes the grounding point. Remember, we just found out Gemini said the illusion is safe for you to, the illusion is safe for you to exist. So if the Gemini told the illusion is safe to exist, the Taurus energy probably is going to tolerate it. So how is the Taurus energy tolerating the illusion? Becomes this experience. Remember I told you the 44 was the Gemini energy? This is the 33. The Gemini energy was the 44. 11 is awareness of where you got separated. The Taurus just says, just give it to me. See, I don't even know what the fuck I'm getting because I'm kind of like just really just going along with the ride. So the 44 reduces itself into the next lower master vibration, which is 33. What got manifested becomes your experience. Now, what becomes your experience from common day teachings becomes my ascension route. I'm going to be a master teacher. I'm going to be an ascended master. I'm a master of the illusion. So that's what you bind your energy to. See, the Taurus, in the sense that it won't move and it becomes grounded in whatever you give it, it becomes grounded into our level of reality, and that becomes our experience. What's our experience? The illusion of separation. What do we go through? The illusion of separation, to where our energy as source has been bound and binded into our experiences. Because we think we got to go through something and make all these gains in order to be free. When we hired in the illusion of self in order to keep ourselves in separation. Who put you here? You did. Who put you here? You did. But Taurus, I'm going to put that responsibility on you, but it'll probably show up anyway. Taurus, how can you unground this illusion? By sitting your punk ass down. You already sat down and be still. So I ain't going to say sit your punk ass down and be still. How about looking at yourself? Remember, sit your punk ass down and be still is the same thing I'm calling life path 0. So if a Taurus will look at themselves as source and take responsibility for what's being given to them, some shit might change. So a Taurus energy with source responsibility will see all the chaos that got created. Why? Because I become aware of all these probabilities and possibilities that the Gemini energy said were valid. Remember, the Gemini said it's all real, even if it's an illusion. It has the prime directive of the right to exist. So if it has the right to exist, it has the right to exist all over, like a fucking virus. So the Taurus says, wait a minute, you just fucking sponsored chaos. So I will see where chaos has been sponsored. Then I should have the responsibility of canceling chaos by stopping the thought altogether. Remember, this is still a thought that has just been given permission to continue thinking. But if I pull back the permission that was given from the other signs, basically through Gemini, then pull the power out, reclaim the responsibility of that thought that authorized outside thinking, everything else might sit still. So if the Taurus field would take responsibility to see where chaos was being created in ignorance from other signs, it could probably cancel the contract and not drive off the lot with a fucking limit. Hopefully. So now in the last sign, which again we traditionally say is the first sign, those of us born under the illusionary energy of Aries, we always call ourselves the head. Yeah, we the head because we about to head home full of shit. Remember, things need to be put into the head. Going this route, you see the foundation and how it fills your mind. So it don't just start in your mind. It works its way through your energy like a fucking virus. You seen them movies? Oh my God, the virus is taking over. All up in your head. It didn't start in your head and work its way down through the body. It went through the body and ended up in your mind because the mind controls the whole fucking show. So Aries, your responsibility of being the movement point into separation. God damn it. Hi, this is us. Hi, this is me. The motherfucking master manifest. The master manipulator, but in this case, you've been manipulated masterfully into manifesting the illusion of separation. Because it's all been put into your head. And where the head goes, the body will follow. Because the body already lost its fucking responsibility to self and keep passing the buck on to the next sign that comes in succession. Think about the precession of the equinoxes. If you know anything about the precession of the equinoxes, they go in reverse. They go in reverse. The moon is in Virgo, but wait a minute, wasn't it in Libra last month? Yeah, because they go in reverse. Holy shit. That's why these cards had to go in reverse. So, and I didn't even realize that, but I know it now. So, in the sense to where your head has been filled with fire. What's fire? The thoughts. The Aries has now been filled with thinking, and us arrogant ass motherfuckers are going to honor what we think we know. Even when we get to the point of disengaging from knowledge and honoring awareness, you still are aware of what you thought you knew. You're still aware of what has the probability of being known. And so you still have an attachment to the illusion. I'll honor that. You still have an attachment to the illusion because you now see the illusion as what ain't fucking real. Remember I told you that at the beginning. It's hard to disengage from the illusion just because you know it's real, because it's what you're fucking perceiving yourself to go through while you're here. So my best advice on that level is to choose what the fuck you go through. And even where I told you indulgence is the only thing I allow myself now, you still have to be mindful of that. Because just because you're just going to have fun, since you know it's a fucking illusion, still some irresponsibility in there. Have the responsibility to stop fucking creating altogether. Stop fucking creating illusions with an illusion that you want to be a safer fucking reality. You'll end up being the fakest motherfucker in your life. You'll keep on manifesting shit that ain't doing nothing but manipulating you. So I need to sit my punk ass down and be still and aim less. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Reasoning. Remember I just told you, indulgence is my reasoning. That's aimlessness. Aim less. Traditionally, we always say it's the I am. Intelligence, awareness, and motivation. That's God. No, that's the illusion of God. True source is awareness, intelligent, and then movement. Well, if you're aware of what the intelligence is, you got the choice of movement. You don't have to move. Sit your punk ass down and be still. So that's how all 12 work out. As, again, I always tell you that we are more than these signs. So as a compilation of all signs, what is our collective responsibility as source, that which is higher than signs? As source, before you lower yourself into this matrix, what's your responsibility? Know your limitations. What's source limitations? There are no limits. That in itself becomes a limit. If you take yourself into an unlimited mindset and now you think that you can do anything you want to do, becomes your limitation. So you'll fuck around and find out. You'll fuck with the king of spirits. The king of spirits got fucking access to all things. So if you are all things and now you want to become all things become your limit. You will fuck around and break yourself up, and then you will be under control of yourself because your thought will become your foundation. Your 3 will become your 6. You will end up creating a foundation in all things where you were already all things. So Source should understand that they should not fuck around and find out everything that you think that you want to know. So how can Source sit his ass down and be still? How can it sit it down and be still? You better motherfucking be sure of your guidance, because you either gonna burn yourself or you're gonna maintain your wholeness and keep your fire at home. If it don't resonate, ask yourself why. Peace.